ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT The Game Season 1 Episode 43. It's me, Mike, here with my 7-year-old bro, Cohen. What's going on, buddy?
Well, guys, I snuck out for some reason because I wanted to. And this why is I'm getting ready to, I'm looking forward to the Dusty Rhodes tournament.
That's right.
I've been waiting for it.
He's been waiting for it. We're going to break in front of 4,838 people today in New Mexico's McGee Park Memorial Coliseum. And we're going to open NXT with a 73 B- going. Next week, this week to open up NXT, we're going to see Tyler Bate travel back. Next week, to open up NXT, we're going to see Tyler Bate travel back across the pond to defend his NXT championship again against Tino Sabatelli, who got Triple H to agree to him allow one more chance. But right now, Tino will be here to sit down with Nigel Magana. All right. Nigel Magana thanks Tino Sabatelli for his time. Tino nods. Nigel looks at a card and frowns, clearly having been given instructions on what he's allowed to ask Tino Sabatelli. He can ask him what he's allowed to ask him and nothing else. Nigel asks Tino what the transition from NFL superstar to NXT has been like. Tino replies it's been easy. He says when you're an elite athlete like Tino Sabatelli, everything is easy. It's Tino Cohen. He says that if he wanted to be the best playing in the NBA, he could. Nigel half smirks, but continues. Nigel asks Tino what he thinks about taking on Tyler Bate for a shot. Pardon me, Nigel, again for the NXT UK Championship. Tino looks annoyed and ad-libs, but says at first you don't succeed, the world is against you. You try again, right? You don't give up. When you're as great as I am, says Tino, it's hard for the world to be not against me. So, announcing quality lifted it. Angle got the crowd hotter. Nigel Magana came fill. 54 C-. I'll try to read the next one better. I really messed that one up, guys. Nigel looks down at his cards as Triple H has walked up and the fans boo. Triple H having walked up, Triple H just stares at Nigel, quite a bit shorter than him. Triple H asks him to come with him, and Nigel follows up closely as we fade out. So basically, Tino Sabatelli leaves the interview because of the line of questioning Nigel Magana was asking, and we didn't think Triple H was there, but Triple H was there. So is Nigel Magana going to be in trouble for asking questions that he wasn't supposed to ask? Well, we'll find out, but as of right now, this interview's over and cut short, a 74 B-. The iconic trio on their way to the ring, that is Billie Kay, Madison Eagles, and your NXT Women's Champion, Peyton Royce. They'll open up NXT next, a 65 C. But before that, Tom Phillips, Nigel Magana, and Steve Cohen welcome us to NXT. Tom Phillips says that tonight on NXT, we're going to have a hell of a show. The camera stands on them as we fade to ringside. Tom Phillips performed poorly. This angle got the crowd hotter. There is no work or improvements. Now, the next segment. And about that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, the iconic trio of Billie Kay, Madison Eagles, and your NXT Women's Champion Cohen, Peyton Royce defeat Candice LeRae, Ember Moon, and Ruby Riott in 7:28 when Peyton defeats Candice by pinfall with a leg sweep DDT. Tom Phillips, who was awful in the last segment, was good in this one. Him and Crino called the match. Ruby Riott was a 47-50 for Ember, 49 for LeRae, 48-43, 48 for the iconic trio. So all of them were very close. Candice LeRae Cohen is improving in technical skills, and Peyton Royce is continuing to perform in performance skills. Peyton Royce was basically just a girl who we gave a championship to because Asuka was leaving, and she's really held on to it really well.
Like I said a few videos ago, you shouldn't really get skill improvements in segments because all they're doing is really talking. But if they come in for attack, you should get them.
Well, what about for segments for interview segments? Should they improve their microphone skills?
Yes.
Okay.
But not like wrestling and like Rumble and all that.
That makes sense.
Like
all right. Next, the fans cheer as Bayley and Sasha Banks show up on the Titantron in the back, and they keep this brief. Bayley touches on what they talked about at NXT TakeOver Toronto about how the iconic trio doesn't respect NXT. They don't respect the women's revolution. And at NXT TakeOver Redemption, Cohen, which is our next TakeOver special, we are issuing an open challenge. Sasha Banks starts in. That's right, iconic trio. We don't care which two of you come down to the ring, but Hug Life is ready to take both of you on. Hug Life. Bayley and Sasha leaves. Gauntlet has been thrown down at 67C+. The new normal storyline has advanced. No work or improvements. Cohen, what are your thoughts about Sasha and Bayley returning at TakeOver Toronto?
Oh, I was gonna have a different thing right now, but Yeah, I'll answer that really quick. But I'm also talking about something about the next pay-per-view of NXT. So I think they're gonna win. Just because when I play mine, I don't do videos, but I am bringing them back after I can finally make Bailey and Sasha work. Because they're not on my list right now, so I'm just trying to fix that.
All right, let's get to the next segment, Cohen. So he thinks that the Iconic Trio are going to accept their challenge and that Bailey and Sasha Banks will win. All right, next, and about that at Good Wrestling but Little Heat, Liv Morgan defeats Mandy Rose in 5:37 by submission. With nobody up in the ring, psychology, the match was a disjointed mess. 75 for Morgan, 65 for Rose. Gave the crowd a breather. 53 B minus. That's exactly what it should have done. No worker improvements. Let's keep it going. We get Tom Phillips off camera telling us that another big match has been signed for tonight. We are going to see the glorious one, Bobby Roode, take on the leader of Sanity, Eric Young. No comment, no worker improvements. A 76 B minus in this one. Eric Young and Bobby Roode later tonight. All right, next we find ourselves backstage as Adam Cole is sitting in the locker room when Liv Morgan walks up. Liv asks Adam if he saw her match, and he says that he didn't get a chance to. He just got here. A hair flip and an O catches Adam off guard. Cole asks if anything's wrong, and Liv says no, but she was just wondering if he had any pointers on her match, but he didn't see it, so he wouldn't have any pointers. Cole smirks and says, I'll tell you what, the next match you have here, I'll watch and give you some feedback, if interested. Oh, that would be great, Liv says, and the camera fades slowly, leaving the room. A 66 C+ from Adam Cole, baby, and Liv Morgan.
So I was about to tell something about the last segment about it. If I would rate out of my favorite member of Sanity, it would be Eric Young.
Eric Young would be your favorite?
Because he's the leader and I don't really like the others.
Okay.
I don't know their names.
Cohen's not a fan of Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane. All right, next up in a match, TJP defeats John Min, who is basically a guy on a one-night contract. Just an enhancement talent, Cohen, that we can get TJ Perkins a win on. He's getting better at his gimmick. Apparently, they have great chemistry. That's great. John Min with a 47. He outperformed TJP tonight, but that's all right. No worker improvements, a 41D. Next, we get a video as it relates to Christopher Daniels defeating Aleister Black at Toronto. They'll both be here live on NXT this week, so no worker improvements, but the Star Factory storyline has advanced 75B-. All right, coming up next in a decent match, Bobby Roode defeats Eric Young in 13 minutes with the payoff. This got the crowd hot, Cohen. Bobby Roode with a 68, Eric Young with a 58. Eric Young is improving in technical and performance skills, a 60+ here. Very good match here in NXT, Cohen, tonight between Bobby Roode and Eric Young.
I wanted Bobby Roode to win because Eric Young's like my last favorite and Bobby Roode's my second to last favorite, so I wanted him to win because Eric Young's mean and Bobby Roode's mean, but he's a more...
Remember, Bobby Roode's a good guy in our series.
Oh.
Well, Bobby Roode's mean in real life. He doesn't like him. All right. Next, it's a reminder, Cohen, that your NXT Tag Team Champions, the undefeated Authors of Pain, will be here next week on NXT 76B-. And, you know, if you guys have any feedback or any suggestions on what we can do to really get the Authors of Pain continuing moving, that'd be great. I really have an idea what I want to do with the Authors of Pain, but if you guys have any suggestions as to who they could be taken on and who you'd like to see be brought in to be fed to the Authors of Pain, that'd be great. Because NXT Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic is coming up soon, and they'll be in it. It's going, so 76B-. Next, Kathy Kelly is seen, and she smiles as she welcomes her guests, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. DIY. Kathy says that at NXT TakeOver in your house, the Young Bucks ruined your 2-on-2 rematch with the Authors of Pain. The first time you've gotten a singular rematch for a chance at your NXT Tag Team Championships. Then, at TakeOver Toronto, they ousted you by cheating. Last week, though, on NXT, you were able to finally rid yourself of the Young Bucks. Gargano says, whoa, hold on for a second, cutie, and says, yes, they defeated the Bucks last week, but they aren't done with them by any means. Gargano notes that not only did they cost them the championships at In Your House, but at TakeOver Toronto, they cheated again. Ciampa jumps in and says, Johnny's right. The fans do cheer. We are DIY. Everything we do, every inch we crawl, every inch we scrape, we do it for ourselves. We do it for our fans. They believe in us. They keep us going. So, Matt, Nick, we aren't done with you yet, not by a long shot. We haven't forgot what you cost us. The fans cheer as Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa let the world know that they are not done with the Young Bucks and Cohen. This was an 87+ B+ rating. Wow. Crowd hotter, deserved better announcing, but Lord, that was a good one.
Back on when he was talking about the Office of Pain thing, who he should fight, I'm thinking of maybe you could bring in somebody.
Who do you want me to bring in?
Somebody from the main roster.
Who would that be?
And make him a tag team. That would be Finn Balor and Rich Swann.
What?
Bring him up, make him a team.
What would their
The
team name be?
Flips.
The Flips. The
Because they're
Flips.
both kind of flippy.
The Flips. Rich Swann and Finn Balor. I don't know if we're gonna do that, but we'll keep it in the back of our mind, Kellen. All right, next in a decent match, TM61 defeats Blake and Murphy in 12:29 when Nick Miller defeats Murphy by pinfall with the Thunder Valley of 59C. Velvet was good at ringside. In ring report was a 59-57. Woo for TM61. Woo 50 for Blake and Murphy. They delivered a boost, worker improvements, no worker improvements. But after the match, having lost to TM61, Velvet Sky is screaming frustrated as Blake and Murphy take this chance to take on Nick Miller and Shane Thorn, tossing them outside and are really roughing them up when they weren't expecting it. Is this a new and more assertive Blake and Murphy? Only time will tell, but Blake and Murphy absolutely beat up TM61 after the match, Cohen.
I think,
Unexpected, right?
yeah, but one thing about Blake and Murphy, about something on my PS4 game, they almost had a match with me, but luckily, Shinsuke Nakamura breaked up the match and took on both of them. I is so fun. Shinsuke was not my rivalry. And that was today because I got rid of him today.
As you can see, my 7-year-old is talking about WWE 2K17. All right, the next segment. The NXT champion Andrade Cien and his big brother, his muscle, Messias Almas, are walking to the ring, Cohen. He faces No Way Jose in the main event tonight. 81B. Next, we get word that next week Triple H will be here in attendance to support Tino Sabatelli as he takes on Tyler Bate for the NXT UK Championship. The men has the NXT storyline has advanced, and in our main event of the evening, in about that, had good wrestling and decent reaction for the crowd. Andrade Cien Almas, the NXT champion, defeats No Way Jose in 13:02 with a Brilliante driver. Phillips and Carino were good. Color commentary got the crowd buzzing. In-ring performance 65 and 68 for No Way Jose. What a match! A 66C plus. No worker improvements, but this is going to end NXT The Game Season 143 tonight, Cohen. What did we get? We got a 73. We increased our popularity in 45 regions. Cohen, do you have any feedback about the end of the show? I mean, I didn't expect Andrade Cien Almas to lose to No Way Jose because he's the brand new champion after defeating Drew McIntyre.
What?
He did. Andrade Cien Almas defeated No Way Jose. But
Oh, I thought you said he lose. I was like, what the?
No. He won. So this was NXT The Game Season 1, Episode 43. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Me and Cohen will be back in a couple episodes. Cohen will be back in a couple episodes, probably for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
And probably for the show before it.
Maybe the show before it as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Cohen won't be on every single episode, but this is something that we do to bond, and I absolutely love it. Cohen?
Signing out.